Steven Correño, KO Art of Sports with Fight Hub TV right here with the Golden Boy, Oscar de la Hoya. Man, you got another big one. I feel like maybe it's not getting the respect. I feel like maybe that's what you guys are trying to show fans, is that like Luben is a former 154 champion, has only lost to the best in the division in Fundora and Charlo. This is a real fight for Vergil, and it's not like a lot of people are lining up for Vergil either, right?
No, exactly. And look, this is one of those matchups where you have to ask yourself, I mean, wow, Luben's not the biggest name out there. He doesn't have a world title, but he's the most dangerous. Mm-hmm. So you have to, a lot of people are asking, well, why did Vergil take him? Mm-hmm. Well, because Vergil loves fighting tough guys. Mm-hmm. He doesn't run from anybody. He doesn't shy away from the tough matches. So look, the fact that Luben went up against Charlo, he went up against Fundora, he came up short. And that's fine, but he put up a hell of a fight. And now he's fighting Vergil Ortiz. It just shows you his character. It shows you who he is. He wants to be a world champion. He has nothing to lose. That's the most dangerous fighter on Saturday night inside the ring.
Right. No, it's going to be explosive, man. Obviously, a lot of people, Eddie Hearn, Boots, all kind of talking about. They made it seem like they signed it already, and you know what I mean? It's on you guys, and they're kind of like, well, we'll sign the same deal. Just what's the deal with that whole thing?
Look, first, the fight was going to get made. Then Boots needed a tune-up fight and another tune-up fight, I believe. Vergil's always been ready. He's always been there waiting for whoever. That's who Vergil is. No, he doesn't shy away from any challenge. And the fact that they're going to come down to see Vergil Ortiz, it tells you everything. He's a superstar. Everybody wants to watch him. Even Eddie Hearn from the UK wants to fly down, and Boots Ennis from Philadelphia wants to see it front row in person and be in awe. But what I'm afraid of is Vergil Ortiz looking so great, they're going to call off the fight. We don't want to fight him anymore. We want another tune-up fight. So I urge Eddie Hearn, I invite you, please come and watch and grab your popcorn, but I urge you to stay home and watch from your TV set live on the zone, because you're going to get scared when you watch them in person. Right. And you're not going to want to make the fight.
Right. Yeah, well, we'll see, right? We'll see what they say afterwards. They'll be there. Your clapback today was entertaining. It's always, boxing fans are waiting for it. I feel like they got the alarm on for the clapback Thursday. Yeah, you had some words about Dana White and the FBI investigation. Just your thoughts on that, because obviously they are trying to get into boxing. They're trying to make changes off the bat before they even kind of start, right?
Right.
And I don't know, with this kind of coming out, I feel like it's leaving maybe a weird taste in people's mouth, right?
Well, look, I mean, when a new entity is wanting to come into boxing, right? TKO. And the first thing they're trying to do is change an act, the Muhammad Ali Act that has been in place forever to protect the fighter. When they want to change that right off the bat, I mean, you got to scratch your head and say, wow, why? What are they up to? And now this news with the FBI and the investigation, and, it's like, stay away from boxing, guys. Do your job at the UFC and put some good fights on, because we haven't seen good fights on the UFC in a while, You're kind of slipping there, Dana. So, I'm going to protect boxing, what's mine, what I worked so hard for as a fighter, as a promoter. I'm going to defend it. I'm not going to let somebody come in and try to cheat the fighters from building their dreams inside the ring and not getting paid enough money, just like the UFC fighters. I'm not going to stand for it. So, yes, I'm going to be vocal. I did a clapback today, and, I'm going to continue doing what I do, and that's protecting the sport of boxing.
Lastly, Tank was supposed to fight next weekend against Jake Paul. Already that was a little kind of a lightweight fighting a heavyweight, right? But it didn't happen, I don't know, just what's your thoughts on that whole thing? Any advice to Tank, going forward?
Look, I think everything happens for a reason. I really do think that, Jake Paul, again, I'm going to defend him 1,000% and what he's doing with boxing and what he's doing with his career. And again, everything happens for a reason. I'm glad actually this fight didn't happen because it wasn't a good look for Jake. You know, fighting a smaller guy, and you know, it just wasn't fair. It wasn't a good look. So maybe things were supposed to pan out the way they did. You know, Tank Davis, I don't know what's going on with him. I do wish him, you know, the best, because you never want to see a fighter down and out. You never want to see a fighter with problems or issues, what he's going through, because he is one of the best fighters out there in the world. He is very talented. I do love Tank, the way he fights inside the ring. So, look, it happened for a reason. God, who knows what that reason is, but it happened, and it's not happening. The fight's not happening. So, hey, you move on. Jake Paul's going to probably fight another fighter in his weight class, like he should, and continue moving up the ranks. That's it.
Last one for me, man. It sounds like the rumor is Ryan Garcia versus Barrios. It's a great fight. You know, I mean, I think Ryan could carry the weight pretty well. But I know you guys kind of have your back and forth too. I mean, what's going on with that? What's the latest? You could tell us.
Yeah, I mean, it's a loud rumor that we're hearing. So you know, we're looking at maybe late February, early March. I want to stage that fight in Las Vegas. I think it's a great opportunity for both guys. For Barrios, who's coming off a draw against Manny Pacquiao, the legend, an old Manny Pacquiao, obviously. But I think this is a great opportunity for Ryan to win a world title. And it's a tough fight. It's a very difficult fight, but it's one that we're looking forward to in Las Vegas.
Right. And not Ryan's last fight with Golden Boy, right? I heard you say that.
No, not at all.
Where do those rumors come? Where do you think that's coming from?
I have no idea. We have just to set the record straight. We have a multi-fight deal still in place with Ryan Garcia. So you know, any fighter that he fights obviously has to go through Golden Boy.
Right. Well, looking forward to that. Obviously, this weekend, Ortiz versus Luben. Oscar, thank you so much for the time, brother. As always, thank you, bro. Appreciate it.